Hello and welcome to Pest Perspectives episode 26. Quite warm again like last week. It is annoyingly warm, but it's doing good for the wasps. Wasp season's in full swing. But this week we are live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Now, if you're watching, say hello, drop a like. Please follow the channel or subscribe, especially on Facebook. I'd like to get to 1,000 followers. Oh, the dream on YouTube would be to get to 1,000 subscribers, but I can't see it ever happening. But who knows? So this week I have got on Michael Dall from MD Falconry and Pest Solutions. How are you?
Hi guys, how's it going? Yeah, I'm good, thank you, Sean. How are you?
Good to hear. I'm okay, cheers. Yeah, it's been a long time in the making this. You were like, oh, is it come round that quick already? You were like, well, when I sent you a message saying still good for Tuesday, you're like, is it come round that quick already?
It feels like yesterday you mentioned it, but yeah, it's just gone so quickly. It's been so busy for everyone at the moment. I feel that, time is just disappearing.
Oh, it is. It's the wasp season's causing a lot of it. I'll be honest, although, don't get me wrong, I mean, it's not as rampant as it was, but I'm still doing a lot of wasp nets each week. Saturday I did about 10. I would say, I'm not counting, I would say we're easily over 300 wasp nests already. I'm not surprised. Well, I've lost count, to be honest. But yeah, I've lost count, but about that-ish, maybe more. I should count them, really, but I don't. Should really count them, but
yeah. I mean, the thing is,
still a lot though.
This season, obviously, I was going to try and focus on bird work, flying the birds of prey, and just mostly doing that. But I'm so glad I got back into pest control with your rodents and your insects, because wasp season has just been absolutely bonkers, absolutely crazy. I can't believe how many calls we're getting for wasp nests. It's insane.
Yeah, no, they are everywhere, because I've recently set up a lot of wasp bay management. Where you put they're very good, but I've set up 3 places now: a cricket club and 2 pubs. Yeah, 2 pubs so far for that, because you've got to. Oh, this must be a friend of yours.
Oh, whatever they say, just don't read it out.
Knock, knock. Maybe some kind of joke, but report bot 123. I'm guessing it's one of your friends, probably.
Yeah, but, just ignore them.
I've set up 2 pubs and 1 cricket club, because the wasps are just everywhere. And although you have to tell people it's to get with wasp bane, it's to scout wasps. Right. So it stops with wasp bane. You get what's it called? That's it. They attract the scout wasps, and from the wasp nest, they send certain wasps to certain areas.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they don't return, they don't send wasps that area. So you end up with lower numbers. You can't guarantee a customer you'll get no wasps, but you just say it will reduce it as much as you can. You can't. In pest control, you can never guarantee. You'll say you never see another wasp, can you?
Yeah.
But they are highly effective. But one thing to note, the wasp bane sent out an email saying that they've run out of stock, basically. So we've so they can't get no more till next year. So we bought a load, and we've gone around buying a lot off the other suppliers that sell them, just in case. Because we've been selling a lot of them, because they're the ones that only have that are specifically tested for wasps only. Will not catch flies, will not catch bees. Some of the other ones can end up with all sorts in them. Okay, but these ones are specifically designed for this.
Yeah.
For that. But been selling a lot.
And do all suppliers sell it?
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah. Okay, that's something I might look into, because that might be good for like cafes and like you say, pubs.
I've looked, but when word gets out that wasp bane haven't got any left, they'll soon be bringing round, trying to get hold of some, because they are quite good. They work well. But you've got to understand. You've got to talk to the customer as to how they work.
Yeah.
I've done a seminar on it with the guru. I've tried to get him on the podcast, and so far I've got nothing. But he's like the guru wasp, Carol. His seminar was like from 9 in the morning, and we got out there like 7 at night. This guy's a goddamn genius, honestly.
Okay, I'll check that out.
But it's what Autumn Towers use. They use them as well.
Okay, that makes sense. That's pretty cool, to be fair.
It is, but it's been a good wasp season so far.
And what are you using as your main powder? Like when you're treating the nest, what are you personally using?
I'm testing all sorts, really.
Yeah.
I've been trying Falcon. I've been trying Dandelion. I'll try all different ones, but so far I haven't had any issues yet. I'm not going to say just yet. So, but it's all about trying to make sure you've got the nest in the right position. But to be fair, a lot of our nests have been in easy positions. Yeah. To be fair. But there hasn't been any really tricky ones yet. You usually get tricky ones later in the summer. Later, they get higher and higher and higher. And But a lot of them have been very low level recently, I'll be honest. Most of them have been very, very low level.
Yeah.
Very easy, it has. So it all varies, it does. It's a funny year.
That's definitely been interesting. I mean, I remember having the chat with you because I was talking about going back on Checker Trade.
Yeah,
which seems to be quite controversial, though, isn't it? Checker Trade. Some people love it, some people hate it, and
I mean, it's whatever works for you. I mean, we never got nothing out of it, but you might get your name out there more. But we in our area, we were quite established already.
I think for me, it's getting my name out there as much as possible.
I know. I said I wasn't a fan of it, but for you, it might work. It won't work for everyone.
Well, every job has pretty much been a wasp nest. That's the problem.
What, from Checker Trade?
Yeah, literally. I've only been back on it for maybe 2-3 weeks, and every job, apart from maybe 2, have been wasp nests.
Oh, okay. Well,
gets a bit boring.
Get them to review you because
because
that Checker Trade, all they go on about, get the customers to review you, get them to review you. My issue was at the time we were the only pest firm on there for 75 miles, and they kept saying get reviews on there, the algorithm. But I said we're the only pest control company, and they wouldn't listen. I says I've got no. Well, I asked my customer. I says we haven't got one job for you from Checker Trade.
Yeah,
said, it's not good. We should be coming up first time. But it's probably changed now. Thanks, Serial Pest Killer on LinkedIn for popping in. But it's been a bit of a hectic season to say the least. I mean, it would have been better if this season was last year, but
I mean, people say you always have one good wasp season every 3 years. Have you heard that?
We had a terrible season last year.
Yeah,
we had an incredible season the 3 years before.
Okay,
we have quite good seasons in general, but last year was awful.
Yeah,
we had about 160 the whole season. And that was it.
Yeah.
So, but it is true, but it's also area dependent as well.
Yeah, of course.
And where you are in the country. I don't imagine if you lived in Scotland, you'd have a very good wasp season because it's. I don't think they get as many wasps up there, but I might be wrong.
Hopefully, someone from Scotland.
But it's true. It's all life cycles. You see, and cycles. So it is true. Every insect has its year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
even the ladybirds are everywhere this year. Have you seen?
Yeah, I've noticed a few, but I've never really met any customers who say, ladybirds are a problem. I've not had it yet.
It's harlequins that are a problem. It's not our native ones. It's the harlequins that can actually bite you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the harlequins. If you ever get them in a house,
you'll
see them in the corner of the room, and they'll be bunched up into a book, all bunched up together.
Yeah.
The harlequins. There's about 16 different names for them. but they're non-native. That they can be a pest. They can be.
Okay, well, I look forward to that if that's ever a job that comes through.
Well, it's simple. It is, but you may get it. What is this? Vexed Impulse. Hello. Your friend?
Yeah. Just again, please ignore that person. That'd be great.
So,
they're a nightmare, mate. They're a nightmare.
How did you get into it? Well, they are here supporting you, aren't they? They are.
In some way, yeah, sure.
How many was? Oh, right.
Yeah, just
say that. Don't ignore me, Vex is saying.
Right. We won't let them take over, Sean. We won't let them take over. That's
so with with Pest Control,
mate,
yeah,
I can guarantee it.
Right. I've caught up again now. The signal has. Are you there? Yeah.
What's happened? Yeah, I'm back. Did they hijack it? Anyway.
Right, the signal's back now. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, was you going to ask how I got into pest control?
So basically, how did you get into pest control? Did you work for other firms in the past, and what was your experiences and training like, and whatnot? Is that how you did your training?
Yeah. I mean, it's been a long journey, if I'm honest. Pest control, I never knew anything about pest control growing up. I never even knew it was a job. When I was 18. Well. Really? Okay. It's interesting. I wish in schools and stuff they talk about it more. But no, never knew it was a job. So yeah, basically at 18, I joined the military. I did 4 years in the Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment. Nice. So working with horses, and I've always had a passion for animals. Left there, worked in Australia for a year, again with horses. And I came back and I looked at pest control. But I'll be honest with you, when I saw the wage, I was just a bit like, how am I going to survive? I was looking at jobs like £24,000 a year, and this was back in 2016.
Okay. So
and I thought that's quite low. And through the military, I got all my HGV licenses.
Yeah.
No, but I wasn't in pest control. I was just looking at it. But if I'm honest, the wage put me off.
Okay.
And then I think it was 2020, I started falconry. So I started flying birds of prey.
Okay.
And one of the guys on my hockey team asked me if I could fly the bird for his business. To which I said, yeah, of course, because I was keeping a Harris hawk at the time. Yeah. And I just really wanted to work with birds as much as possible.
Yeah.
So that was like my opportunity was through this company.
So what made you want to... Are you still there? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm still there, mate.
All right, a bit of a lag delay there.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So what made you have the bird, the Harris hawk? What was that about? Was that like a pet project, or did you know you wanted to do it falconry-wise? Was it a bit of a like a pet as such? Because I know the commitment for doing falconry is a bit like having a kid, but not a kid. It's all year round. It is.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Anybody who's wanting to get into falconry, it's 7 days a week. That's the first thing I'll say.
Yeah.
It's a huge commitment. You can't just want to do it for like a day or a week or a month. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, because I've had obviously I've had other people on and they've said you've got to think about things like, well, if you go on holiday, what are you going to do Christmas Day? Because you've got to still see the bird Christmas Day, things like this. It's a whole commitment that you've got to have people in place just in case you're ill or something like that. They've still got to be attended to. It's a whole dedicated commitment to falconry. It is.
Like I say, mate, it's a lifestyle. It's a passion. If it's your passion, you'll go fly your bird Christmas Day without any problems. You'll want to. You'll enjoy it. It's such a passion, such a joy. Where anyone who flies birds of prey is so lucky to do so.
It does. I'll try to be honest. I love your videos on all the Instagram and stuff. It looks so cool, the music. But I can imagine it's very different when you're doing it.
Hold on.
So oh. You there?
I'm with you, mate. Wait.
I don't know what's happening there, but there is a tiny bit of lag.
I'll bring one of the falcons in.
Okay. So if you're watching this podcast, you'll see a falcon in a minute. If you're not watching the podcast, it's listening. Go and skip to a bit of the podcast on the video and you'll see it. I'm talking to people that are watching after the fact on Apple Podcasts and whatnot. Not whatnot, that's a video shopping platform, but all the other podcast platforms that ain't video.
Hopefully the signal's a bit better, mate, but we'll see.
So what's that hat about?
So this is a hood. It's called a hood.
I can see through it,
No, you can't see through it. This takes the eyesight away. This is what keeps him absolutely calm.
Oh, okay.
So you've got a hood on there. So he's completely calm at the moment. He's hoodwinked, very relaxed.
So would he not be calm if you took that off? He wouldn't be calm.
I mean, he would be, to be fair. I think Ned would be all right. But to be fair, for this podcast, just keep it on, just so he is calm and don't have to worry about it. I mean, he's been flown and fed today. So to be honest, he wants nothing to do with me anymore. He's quite chilled, quite happy.
Okay. So that's Ned. What is he? What breed is he?
So he's a hybrid. So he's a Giolana. He's a Giolana falcon. So he's two falcons in one. Okay. That's the best simple way of putting it.
Okay.
So Giolana, so he's absolutely fantastic. So one of our customers is a golf course and they have a problem with crows. The crows peck at the green and it's turning the green over. It's looking bare. It's looking horrible. A lot of the golfers complain. This is a beautiful golf course and their key focus is sustainability and using natural solutions. So we go there at the moment 2 to 3 times a week. We fly the falcons and we fly the hawks. And this is a great natural way of deterring the crows away from the golf course. And so far, we've had really, really good results.
Is it starting to work then? Have the crow numbers going down?
I think we started in March and we're now looking at the areas where they destroyed it. And the grass is growing back, the green is coming back, and it looks good. It's been effective.
Okay.
So you're introducing that predator to the crows. They're absolutely, petrified of falcons and hawks. You're doing it 3 times a week. You're mixing up the days and the times that you attend, and then this is pushing them away. We also use other things like bioacoustics, which give off distress calls. So it sounds like a crow that's in distress.
I've heard them. I have heard them before.
They're really good. I think it works well as like an integrated pest management program. So using that with the birds, you stand really good chance of getting rid of them, or at least you're going to lower the activity.
Yeah, no, it's a really good eco-friendly approach, and that is a lot of high-end. I would say you're probably on a high-end golf course, I would say, and they're very much into the much more eco-friendly approach. They are. A lot of places are. They are now.
It's the kind of customer base that I'm personally looking at. is people who want more natural solutions.
Yeah.
And I think next week I'm doing a survey for a agriculture college. They also want to see the birds of prey being flown to naturally deter the corvids. Again, hopefully we can do a good job there if they take us on.
Okay. Well, hopefully you get it. So there is a question there, and someone else is answering it, saying it's not best practice anymore.
What, to have a hood?
No, not that. Someone wanted to know: is it true that to gain control over a falcon, you have to bond with it for 2 days straight, staying awake the entire time? And someone's put that's not really the best practice anymore. That's not true. No.
So you don't. So if we're trading any hawk or falcon, we wouldn't keep them awake for 2 days. We wouldn't try to break the bird in such a way.
That sounds really old school. That sounds like really old school.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. It's not something we would do, that's for sure. It takes a lot more time than 2 days.
Oh, I'd imagine so. But yeah, that sounds like torture, to be fair. You must stay awake for 2 days. Even to you, a human being staying awake for 2 days is a lot.
No, I definitely wouldn't be able to do that. Not anymore, that's for sure. No, I wouldn't want to do that. No. Definitely not. So we got Roxy here. Roxy is somebody I work with.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to know anything about falconry, talk to Roxy.
I seen her on LinkedIn. I think she liked your post or something. So I added her. Seems to be. Did she work with you on some of these jobs where you have the cool bird videos? Did she work with you on them?
Yeah. Well, Roxy is actually a falconer herself, and she's been flying birds of prey for 8 years.
Oh, nice.
And she's been working with some of the bigger companies. We both decided to go self-employed. And with the golf course and a few other jobs we have, I've asked Roxy to help out. And she's been just an absolute credit because the customers love her. I think the customers see the passion with us and the birds. They see good, healthy birds. They see the birds flying. And that's how you're going to, win over the customers and obviously deterring avian pests.
Definitely. So it's a bit more technical question for you then. Not exactly technical, but
sure.
How does it work for falconry when the bird flu bans are in place? How does it work? Can you still fly your birds?
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
I've never had any of the managers say anything to us. We've never been in any areas where there's bird flu and, we have to be extremely careful. None of our birds have ever had bird flu. So, yeah, we've always been okay. Absolutely.
That's good to hear, that is. So, obviously, you mentioned that now. Let's go to that question. So, what made you want to go self-employed with regards to, say, falconry and starting your own pest business up as such?
I think for me was, if I'm honest, when I did my level 2 training for pest control for your rodents, your insects and the law and everything like that.
I'll say it for you. RSPH level 2 because as you know, online now, if you say level 2, is it a real level 2? Or is it causes so much confusion now? Because of the safe use of rodenticides level 2. It is, but I knew what you meant, but I dropped it in there for clarity. I did. Yeah, thank you. But sorry, carry on.
Well, I actually, although I was working for a company, I paid for it myself.
Oh, did you? Okay.
And when I got into obviously like the falconry, I paid for everything myself. So the birds I paid for, the GPS, the housing, the training, absolutely everything. And that actually came up to about £5,000.
Wow. Okay.
So,
well, it would, wouldn't it?
When I was working for a company and I was kind of on a lower wage, shall we say, and I was doing, rodent treatments, insect treatments, flying birds of prey, I kind of got to a point where actually I thought, you know what, I'm better off doing this for myself. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it 2 to 3 months and see what happens. And to be fair, it's been the best decision I've ever made.
That's good. I suppose you're happier as well because you can set your own terms now. You're not being told what to do, are you?
It's like purpose, you know. Like if I'm out there doing a good job, you feel great about it because you know it's the work you're putting in.
Yeah.
But equally, working like as a sole trader, self-employed, if things go wrong, that's also down on, you know, that's down to me, and you have to take full responsibility for it.
Part of the learning experience, isn't it? You learn from it. You do.
Yeah, you have to fail to succeed to learn. You know, so, people say that, and I believe in that.
Yeah. So with regard to when you went by yourself, was it just? I know you've. Was it just falconry, or was you actually actively doing pest control as well, or was it just falconry solely to start with, or was it a bit of both?
So for the first year, I did both. I was doing, I was doing a lot of subcontracting with the falconry.
Yeah.
And I was using Facebook, Checker Trade, getting myself out there with business cards for, it was mostly domestic pest control. So your rodents, your insects. And the thing I found is that, well, to be honest with you, I completely burnt out. I was working maybe 6-7 days a week, most weeks. With the birds and trying to cover all the domestic jobs for rodents and insects. And then the thing you quickly find out when you're self-employed, you're not just doing the pest control, but you're having to go home doing the reports, you're having to do the accounts, the social media, answering emails. And then before you know it, if you're working 6-7 days a week, flying the birds or doing pest control, you still got to go home and do everything else. I was quickly doing like 15 hours a day. And I thought to myself, this is great, but to be honest, it's not sustainable. You can't do that forever.
No, it must be because obviously I'm not in the same situation because obviously I work with my dad. I do. So although we are one man, well, say 2-man band, he does a lot of the paperwork, whereas I and he does the calls and that. But when he's on holiday, I take all the calls. I do.
Okay,
but I've still got a lot to learn though. I will admit that no one admits they're an expert. You are right, but you have to wear all the hats, and you more so because it's your whole business. It's you.
If you don't answer an email, somebody's going to get arsy with you because they want your services. You know what I mean? So it's hard to. It sounds good that you and your dad are working together. I hope one day I can find somebody who I can work with to kind of help grow the business. I don't think I would be able to do it on my own forever. No way.
I mean, it gets to the point. See, say, jumping back to wasp nests, when you have a busy season, you can get to the point where you have to have I went out in the car one day and did all the contracts. A load of contracts we hadn't finished because the wasp nests were getting that busy that we were struggling to do both. So it can a good wasp season can also sometimes, we don't keep on contract on top of your contracts, they can hammer you a bit. But we sorted it, no problem, we did. But yeah, you could get to that point where you could probably take someone on in the future. It's a big. I can't speak because obviously he's my dad. I'm not deemed an employee. I'm a director, so it's different. That you'd be looking for more of an employee. You would
definitely. So I'd love that one day, 100%.
Yeah, but
so
that's 100%. Different from that perspective. So what's the what would you say in the next? No, let's go on. So. What? Because recently you've changed it up a bit and you've gone and joined the National Pest Technicians Association. What was the move to that? Because it was not me swaying you in. I don't do that, do I? I just tell you what I think, and then it's weird. People think I try and push people. I don't. I'm like, here's what I think, and if you just want to be part of the basis prompt, do it. I was like, it's up to you what you want to do.
I really appreciated like the advice you gave me, and like I listened to it, and of course I looked at all options.
Yeah.
But I felt for me that the MPTA was the best one to choose. I mean, well, you've got three choices, haven't you? Don't join anyone, join the BPCA or join the MPTA. And I think everyone's got their own opinions on it, obviously.
Yeah, it's very, very divisive opinion on as in which one you join, but you can just join the CPD body as well. That's a not join anyone option. If you want to use rodenticide now, you have to have I'm not on about you, but in general, you have to be in a CPD body for next year. Well, you got to be in it now, but so the not being anything, but it's not a lot. Is it £40-something a year for that bit?
That's not too bad, is it? It's worth
whatever it is. Someone's, because I always see these posts come up. Oh, they're trying to rip us off, and someone go, "Why?" And someone puts, "Oh, this money, what, £40 a year? You don't have to join a trade body. It's not a lot of money. You're not making that much money out of you."
No, you
don't have to join a trade body. It's like you can if you want to. Like, has it been more positive? Do you feel it makes you look more professional, telling people you're now part of a trade body? Has it helped you in any way?
I think it has. I think some customers will ask you, "Are you part of any, body? Are you part of the MPTA or the BPCA?" And a few times I was just like, "Well, actually, no, I'm not." And then you think, "Well, hold on a minute, maybe I should be." And I think it does display, the professionalism of it and of yourself in the business. And with all the training they offer, I think it can only be a good thing. And CPD, I like that if someone's a member, they're quite happy to talk to you and give you advice if you're struggling. It's all very positive. So I highly recommend it.
No, that's good to hear. I mean, as long as it's been positive for you and you think it's making, especially, I suppose, for the market, the market you're going for, a lot of these golf courses, having, say, accreditation looks better if you're with a trade body. And
100%.
But it does. But yeah, I just thought I'd ask you because you are a new member. You're not been joined very long.
No.
You thought the process was like, I sign up and by the next day I'm in, no, didn't you? But you did.
My issue is I'm impatient. I'm just impatient.
Yeah. I'm like that. I'm like that. It's like I want something. I want it now.
Yeah, that's very much me. Sadly, it's not a good way to be, but it is what it is.
But no, it's good to hear that you like that perspective. I mean, just to quote everyone, you don't have to be in a trade body. It's all personal decisions. But if you are buying rodenticide as of next year, you have to be in a CPD scheme. You have to do your 3 crew points, and you have to, I think, you have to get your 20 points, and 3 of them have got to be crew points. Basically, it's not very difficult. I will make a video, people, separately explaining it all, because there's people not understanding what they've got to do. It's quite simple, but I will make a video. I've been meaning to make a video about it because the information's everywhere. It's very, very simple, but I understand why people are worried. There's a lot of people panicking about they're not going to get their points in for next year, but I'm sure everyone will. They will.
Yeah, sure.
So you. Oh, okay. And here's a question that is a bit more sensible from some of your friends. Where did you get the name MD Falconry from? And Pest Solutions, which I know that one. It's obvious, isn't it? It's your name.
Is that from one of my friends?
Yeah.
Seriously, Sean, just block them, mate. Just block them. This is awful. It's going to get worse before it gets better, mate. Just block them.
I'd imagine it's yours. You're Michael Dall, and you do Falconry, and you do Pest Control, Pest Solutions.
You'd think they would know that, yeah. You think they would.
But yeah, there's been a lot of chat in it's been keeping the comments going on YouTube anyway.
I'm glad I could bring them on, mate. I'm glad I could bring them on.
But so with what with regards to training, have you managed to do any additional training this year, or did you?
To be honest,
with your CPD, I suppose you're busy, aren't you? You are. You've been really busy.
I've been flat out. Like literally, the bird work is always quite busy with the hawks and the falcons. And then I got a phone call from my local council asking if I could look after their wasp nests because I won't go into it too much. One of their employees got stung by a wasp, and she found out the hard way that she's allergic. So they straight away took her away from the wasp nest treatments, and they phoned me and asked if I could take over, which was great for me. Obviously, it's a good way of it kind of like slightly expanding out a little bit and meeting new people. I like to think if you do a good job, hopefully, they remember this and you can get other work. But, it's very early days, and I'm just going to continue looking after them, do the wasp nest treatments, and hope something good comes from it.
Yeah, you're right.
But I would like to do some training courses, and I have looked on the NPTA website. And some of the courses I'd love to do.
Well, there's loads of free ones on there. There is.
Yes.
All your crew ones are on there. You've got all your health and safeties. But obviously, you've got a lot less time than me, so it's all right saying it, but
it's just sure.
It's getting time for you to do it. I mean, you've also just on the road days. I think they're about. You got them too. I don't know if any are ever near you or not.
I think one of them was. Yeah.
Did you go?
No, I didn't.
But you laughed because I was to become a director, and the one was in Nottingham. Everyone thought I was going, and they were like, "Where were you?" I was like, "I was busy." So I'm making sure I'm going to the next one in Nottingham and the one in Peterborough because I wanted one in Peterborough. I was like, come on, Peterborough's central, so a lot of pest controllers. So it's in the diary now, it's happened, so I had to book it. Because I was the one saying, Peterborough. So there's the new location there. So I haven't actually been to any actual in-person events this year. The first one will be Pest Tech. In
November.
I should know it. I'm helping organise the thing, so I should know it. It is. Hold on, let's have a look. Where's my calendar? November, because I've got no podcast booked that week, obviously. So it is. I know it's on the Wednesday. So it is Wednesday, the 5th of November.
Yeah,
it's Pest Tech at Milton Keynes, MK Dons Marshall Arena. I will be there. Are you going down or not?
Yeah, 100%. I want to grab Roxy and just get her going as well, and then hopefully we can both go in November and kind of just meet people really, and just it would be nice to. Yeah,
it'd be nice to say hello. It would.
It really would. Yeah, even I've not met you in person yet. It'd be nice to obviously meet you in person, but just everyone really, like anyone who wants to chat. It would just be nice to. Whether it's work related or whatever else it may be.
There was usually I can't remember. I can't obviously say about this year, but last year there was they had Falcons there. Last year, Dall Environmental were there with all their birds, talking to people. They were
very well known company, good falconers. Yeah,
Dall are. But that was last year's. But we'll see what this year's. We'll see what this year brings. I can't obviously say yet, but a few bits have been let out the bag on that. There's that. So that's the first in-person one I'll be going to this year.
Okay.
But I've already got like 42 points.
So you're all right.
Well, on basis prompt, I've got the 23. I have. But see, with British Pest Register, I'm on both, you see, on basis prompt. British Pest Register, you can log a lot more things for points than you can on basis prompt. You can log 6 podcasts. Well, I can log every single Beauties and Beasties podcast going. Anything I learn on, so I get even more on the other register. It's self-registering.
Okay, that's cool.
But I know you're with basis prompt, aren't you? You are, to get you started.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the British Pest Register as well.
Oh, what? You went with both?
Yeah. I wanted to just assess which two, what they offer and which one I like the best, really.
To get your points logged, the British Pest Register is the quickest. And that's not saying that, but I bet you've heard the comment a lot online, haven't you? You have.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, yeah,
but,
well, I mean, I'll
see what you think, isn't it? Really? See what you think.
Everybody's going to like their own thing, and it's whatever works for you.
It is. So, have you come into any difficulties or, say, cons? Negatives, obviously, being just you by yourself. Is the negatives the stress and the extra work, or has there been any kind of challenges? It might help others. Like any pros and cons, obviously, but go for the cons because obviously you brought it up in the pest control groups. There's always these questions come up that I don't know if to go it alone. I'm working for a company. I don't know what to do, and it comes up time after time after time. It does on these groups. It does.
Whenever I'm on Facebook, I always see it. It's like, somebody who works for a company, they say, should I go self-employed? What are the pros? What are the cons? Yeah. And for someone who's been doing it for 2 years now, I could quite happily tell you what the pros are, and I could tell you what the cons are. It's like anything in life, there are pros and cons. I think the problem is it's a bit of like a myth. When people think they're going to go self-employed, they think that everything's going to be rosy and everything's going to be amazing. You can just do what you want and you get more time to yourself. It's the complete opposite. That's what I found, is that actually I don't take any days off at the moment. I can't remember the last time I had a week or 2 weeks off. Now, admittedly, it's because I work with birds and it's a lifestyle. You're with them 7 days a week, and I've made that choice and I'm happy with that. But if you take a day off when you're self-employed, you're not going to get paid for it, are you?
No, you're not.
I think that's a con. Obviously, everybody loves money, but if you take time off, you're not going to get paid.
You've got to build that bank balance. I think that's a big one. You've got to build the bank balance up. Get a big bank balance in the bank first. Build it up.
How can you guarantee that? How can you guarantee it?
You can't, no. You can't guarantee it.
You can't.
You can't.
I'll give you like an example. I worked my socks off and I did a really good month. And then the month later, the turbo on my van went. And, I'm quite open about this. By the time I'd had it fixed, and by the time I'd hired another van, now maybe this was a bad business choice, I don't know, but you got to live and learn. I was £5,000 down.
Goodness.
So,
that's a lot.
I think for some people that would most probably take you out the game. This was like early days. This was like first 6 months.
Well, yeah, you're right. A lot of people, that would have took out.
If you're just starting off on your own.
Fighting the battle. You're still here. You are.
Oh, mate, you won't stop me. I get tired, but you won't stop me. That's for sure. But yeah, of course, the hardest part, I think, maybe when you're starting off on your own and maybe you don't have all the connections or whatever it is finding your customers and then doing a great job and then keeping your customers. I think that's so important. And that can be a challenge sometimes.
I'll tell you what, that is one thing my dad always said, because with a lot of our wasp nest customers, not all of them, but a lot of them are paid people that say, "Oh, Mr. So-and-so, I did a wasp nest for us 2 years ago," and we get a lot of repeat business with regards to wasp nests. But I'm not saying which companies, but there are companies, big companies out there that basically try and get the highest price they can,
Right.
or don't do the job properly, etc., and they lose the customers. Whereas
Yeah.
we'd rather do a good job and try and keep that customer happy than they ring us or they recommend you. And that is always try and keep them happy, even if it's not. Always try and keep them happy because they'll recommend you or they'll come back to you in the future. And it can happen where sometimes someone's done a what, not saying obviously who, over the years, has done a wasp nest and it's not worked, and they rang them back to get them back and they wouldn't come back or they wouldn't answer the phone, whereas we will return to fix the problem. We will.
Yeah.
And that's not a local competitor, by the way, at all. That's not. Big ones, just think big ones.
But the great thing about wasp nests I've found as well, it's like quite a small job, I would say. But if you just look at my checker trade, I've only been on there 3 weeks. I've had really good reviews so far. I've done a good job for a customer through checker trade and a wasp nest, and then that's led on to something else. So like this agriculture college I'm going to survey next week, that's come from a wasp nest job.
That is really good. I'll be honest, you've hit gold there. If you get it, that's really good. I hope. Because you wouldn't have thought doing a wasp nest could have led to a survey for a potential contract, which is good. It is.
So the chap I did it for, he was a tree surgeon.
Okay.
And he was like quite impressed with the work I did. He actually met Ned with me as well. He was very happy to meet Ned. And he asked a lot of questions about the birds. He asked a lot of questions about what I do. And he didn't even tell me he was going to do it. I just got an email from this college asking if I could come do a survey and how interested they are in seeing the birds of prey fly, etc., etc. They've asked about some proofing works as well. Yeah. So, just a little wasp nest job can completely change it for you.
It can. I mean, I'm really impressed from that perspective because obviously not the same kind of ilk, but we wanted a wasp nest for somebody. Yeah, and we ended up landing a contract on a commercial. We've had it for a few years now, and that's it was all because he says, "Do you do normal pest control?" Yeah, we do everything. But anything we don't do, as we don't do birds, we don't, or foxes or rabbits. Okay. We do everything else. But and that was from a wasp nest. But as you say, like when my dad first started, he didn't get his first job for 6 years. 6 months. 6 months, and it's something he built upon. He did it on the side as a side business to start with, and he built it up over time. But like he said, he had no contacts like you. He had nothing.
Okay.
So it's getting all them connections. It took him a long time to get to the point where he took me on. It took him a long time to get there. It did. But I'd imagine with
this is what's so rewarding, isn't it?
It's a lot more different. There's more ways to get your name out there now than there was when he started. It's very different now, but it's still getting your name out there. But it's worked for you though so far. So checker trade's worked. You were right.
In that sense, 100%. Yeah, 100% it's worked. But then this is the other thing: when you're self-employed, you have to be the salesman or saleswoman. You have to sell the job, So I'm gonna have to do this survey next week, which I'm excited for. But of course, you've got to let the customer know why you're coming in, what you're going to do. And I've never been a surveyor. I've never had to sell jobs before. It's another skill,
Oh no, I 100% agree. I'm learning. I'm not the best at selling, but over time I've become better. Like I'm still waiting to use this thing that Mark Porter told me to do.
Oh yeah.
What main concern? What's your concern? Listen back to the Mark Porter podcast before you go to the survey.
I've listened to it. I remember this. Yeah.
That's the one. And I haven't got to try it yet on a new place, but I'm dying to do it. I am.
That's good. Yeah. No, definitely.
Hopefully that should help you. But you are right. Selling doesn't come naturally to a lot of pest controllers like me. I'm not a natural salesman. But you've got to be as well. You've got to try to be.
You have to.
But
you have to believe in yourself.
But also, you don't want to come off as too pushy. Always you need to strike a balance, don't you, as well?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and that's the skill. That's the skill, isn't it? Like, yeah, definitely. I think as long as you're confident in what you're doing and what you're selling, realistically, it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, I think it just takes time, you know.
It does. It's like what your one of your friends called Ian Woods too. There's a right party. Yeah. There's a right party going on YouTube. I've ignored most of it.
Yeah, best to do that.
They're having a right old natter. They are. YouTube chat. Yeah, they are. But
is it helping? Is it helping to grow the YouTube though? If they chat.
Well, probably. Yeah, the algorithm is probably. I don't really know, but they are chatting. But
just don't repeat anything they say, mate.
Right. But yeah, you're right. It's a new thing you're learning, and it's made a site. I mean, I think you'll be all right because they're obviously keen to use to try a different approach, maybe birds, or just try and look for any. Yeah. The
head gardener's obsessed with birds of prey. So
well, there you go. Then you might have your foot in the door. See if the head gardener likes you might be in the door. They're the ones who usually keep happy. On certain sites, they're the ones who usually keep happy.
Definitely. You know, he's the one who's called us in. He's the one who wants to see the birds. But, you know, to be honest, it's quite easy to sell with birds of prey because people love them. Yeah. But you do need to remind the customer of, like, you know, why we're here. It's a service to naturally deter avian pests. And that's what we're coming in to do. But, you know, it's great seeing the birds, holding the birds, watching them fly. But we're there to get rid of, you know, corvids, gulls, pigeons, whatever it may be.
Can I ask you a question? I know the answer. You can't use birds of prey to actually attack animals, can you?
No, we don't. No.
No, so I heard something on an American podcast where they can. It's very
really.
I don't know whether it's right or not, but I heard that they went for squirrels and stuff like that. But
I mean, you can hunt squirrels if you want. If you've got a really good red-tailed hawk, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I was like, they can't do that in England, as far as I'm aware. That's not. They're just a deterrent. They are.
Yeah, that's what we do. It's a natural deterrent. And the other thing is, you wouldn't want to, like, if I was flying one of the hawks and I caught a pigeon, that pigeon might be riddled with diseases which can be transferred onto my hawk. You could.
That's true. I may have got the wrong end of the stick of it, but it did sound that way. But I might have got the wrong.
Yeah,
I would like to hope. I would like to hope I got the wrong end of the stick, because once they've eaten, they don't really do what they're told, do they? Is that correct?
Exactly. I was just about to say that. If one of my birds has got a full crop from a pigeon and I show it a chick, it's not going to come back.
So what's the trait? You know, when you get how do you say someone wants to get into falconry? How do you do it? Do you have to buy a bird, or do you have to go and do training first, or how does it work if someone wanted to do falconry? What's the process?
I would say that everybody's got a different approach, and what I'd also say is in this country, sadly, there is no like route to follow, which is like professional, so to speak. This is what I've found anyway. A lot of people will go on to the 5 days Raptors Awards course. Personally, for me, I found a mentor, a decent mentor. So when I say a mentor, I'm talking about someone who flies. So the guy who taught me, Nigel Hawkins, he's flying eagles, he's flying hawks, he's flying falcons. He's a true falconer.
That's good.
Not just somebody who's had a Harris hawk for 20 years and bangs on about how great he is. That's going to get you nowhere. So I had a really good mentor who taught me absolutely everything I needed to know. And then the rest, you kind of have to go out on your own, and you know you have to fly birds to learn. It's the only way, I think. But obviously, you're going to be.
Is there like, if someone was interested, is there a way somebody could say, not to you or someone else, I'm interested, could I come and watch you? Would that be recommended as well? Like to come and watch you or something? No, or not?
I get so many people asking, "Oh, I want to do your job. I want to do what you do."
So you'll think it's easy.
Yeah, they think they see a pretty bird, they see it on the glove, or they see it flying well, and they just think, it's that easy. And I always say to them, look, it's 7 days a week. You need to understand it's 7 days a week. And I don't think people fully understand that until you keep birds. You wouldn't realize just how much time goes into it. If a guy is flying a bird, or even walking through London with a tame, healthy bird, it's because that person's put a lot of work into that bird.
Yeah.
If they look like they're in, I hate to swear here, but like crap feather, and they're baiting off the glove and they're screaming, that this guy or lady has no idea what they're doing.
Does that happen then? Does that happen? I don't know.
I've seen it at shows. I've seen the birds just baiting off. I've seen all the feathers in bad way and in a bad way, and you just think, you're not showing falconry in a good light.
I'm surprised though, it shows you they get away with that, because people could be nowadays, people are ring the RSPCA and stuff over stuff like that, don't they? They're very
what I'm saying is,
you know what Train 25's like, the way the world is. The camera phone comes out, it does. Like, oh, look at this animal.
I was dealing with a property the other day that had a gull trapped in the netting. They called someone called the RSPCA, but to be honest, they didn't really do much.
No,
that's one instance. I'm sure they're great, and I know they are, but in this example, we didn't really see much happening. So I don't know enough about it, to be honest, but with that one experience, that's what I witnessed.
Well, I mean, you can only go on what you see, can't you? Really?
Yeah, but I'm sure they do a lot of great things behind the scenes. I'm sure.
I imagine was this netting high up on top of a house?
No, this was on a building, so like offices. And what had happened, they had taken the netting down because they were going to do some construction works. But when I say they'd taken the netting down, they've just left it in like a bundle all over the rooftop, and the gull was stuck in the herring gull was stuck in
probably
the
find
netting.
That the person didn't want to go up on top of a building.
Maybe, who knows?
The ladders and stuff, they probably didn't want to go up there.
They just didn't seem too fussed, to be fair. But hey.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's too, I don't know. But
I did see. I was only there briefly, but what I saw, there wasn't much going on, which was a real shame.
Did you release the goal? Or did it go end up dying?
I'm not too sure. Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, when I'm next back on that job, maybe I can ask and hopefully get an honest answer.
But who knows? But yes. Have you ever, what's it called? I've obviously heard the Beauties and Beasties podcast, and they've had a few falconers on.
Okay.
Or a couple, I can't remember. And there was mention that, do you go into these falconry groups? They reckon they're quite not a good place to go. And sure, that was it. Sean Mooney was on about it, because one of his lads has now got they do falconry. He's really into it. And he said that the groups on Facebook are very toxic. They're not very friendly places to be if you want to learn. They're not. Do you go in them or not?
Yeah, so I am part of a Facebook group. I think most people refer to Falconry Hub.
Okay.
And to be fair, it's tricky. Like when you say like you've been flying birds of prey maybe for like 5 years, and you're flying falcons, you're flying hawks, you're doing a good job, and someone comes up to you and says, I want to do what you do. And you know how much hard work you've put into it. And then you've got someone who just sees something and they don't really see the full picture, and they're asking you to train them like just randomly, or they're asking certain questions. I think some people just get a bit annoyed about it. I appreciate it.
I can see what you mean, maybe, because people might say the same for if someone kept saying, "Can you teach me pest control?" Go and do a course. A lot of people would say, but you are right. It's just It's more. It would be harder. I think it would be harder to become a falcon than it would be a pest controller because there's more commitment with regards to the bird. There is. I think there's a lot more commitment, obviously, because there is. You said that, but I can see why people would get a bit ratty. So, from that perspective, what you just said.
Yeah, and a lot of the guys on there are a bit older than us, shall we say, and you know. They haven't got time for it. You know what? I don't blame them. I kind of get it. But at the same time, I do get it. If you're new and you really want to do it and you're passionate about it and you're generally asking for help because you know you want to do it, you will struggle. You will find it hard because there's very few people, good people, who will want to teach you falconry.
No, I understand it. Well, it is a specialised area of our industry, very specialised.
Definitely,
it's not something. I don't think it's not even something pest control companies could even run courses on. Don't get me wrong. I'd say the likes of Dall could probably do their own for their own staff coming in, but it's not a thing they could really run on a regular or anyone. But say a company like Dall, how big they are, they've got their own actual falconry division. They could probably, if someone's experienced in falconry, they could come in and they could do a bit like that. But I don't imagine that, you know how you see, pest control courses, etc. I don't think that's something that could be done with falconry. I've never seen it. And I think that's the reason why, as to what you've said, it's not something that can be done, really.
I mean, falconry and using birds of prey for pest control are two completely different things, Yeah. Falconry is a sport. It's an art. Flying a Harris hawk or possibly, a falcon for pest control is different, Yeah. I follow one of the ladies from Dealey's on Instagram, and she's brilliant. She's a great falconer, but she's a falconer first.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's important to be a falconer first. To understand falconry and the birds of prey, and then if you want to do it as a job where you can have a business or possibly make money, it's look into pest control if you do it properly.
That's a fair point. There's some good tips there for people that want to get into falconry. It's trying to hammer home the fact that it is a major commitment. It's like having a kid, basically. Without having a kid, you forget the commitment, I mean.
Yeah, definitely. And look, I'm still learning myself. I think any decent falconer is always learning about their birds, about other birds, about falconry in itself. I'm still learning, and there's many better falconers than me. But the thing is, I'll always be honest, and I'll always do my best to learn. And I think if you're always putting the bird first, and you're trying to do the best for the bird, you're going to be on a good path.
That's good then. That is some good advice, that is. Because it's
definitely.
It's an area people like to hear on podcasts about birds. It's not something that comes up so much in our industry, even though it is part of the industry. It's, I hate to say this though, that compared to our industry, it's the more niche section, isn't it? There's not as many falconry, but
it's very niche.
In certain areas, it's a highly needed area. And say waste sites. Like areas you do in London. Places like that. It is needed because from what I gather, but in between the lines from what you've said and other people, it's a lot of big companies as well subcontract people like you to do their work. I don't know if you do stuff like that anymore, but a lot of the big nationals, they subcontract people out to do their work for them. Rather than having their own in-house team, they do as well.
I mean, I think a lot of them would prefer to have in-house, but again, it comes down to, have you got somebody who's committed to falconry, to birds? Have you got someone who knows what they're doing?
Will they stay with them?
Can they house them correctly? Do they know what they're doing? Are they doing the weight management correctly? Everything. And generally, if I'm being honest, most of the subcontracting I've got at the moment is because the guy they've taken on full time is most probably lied about it. They've done a really bad job, and then something's gone wrong, and they've had to subcontract it out. That's not all companies. There's some great companies out there. Don't get me wrong, but it has happened.
Okay. Someone called Callum.
Oh God, yeah.
On Facebook.
Yeah, he's having a party here, isn't he?
Oh, is that someone else? Or is he coming from YouTube now? He's on Facebook.
No. He's coming from everywhere, mate. That's what he does.
But he just said hi. That was all.
Is that it?
Yeah, at the minute.
Just block him, mate.
I need to follow us. I'll keep him in there.
I hope I've kind of given some insight to like being self-employed, falconry. I mean, this is my first podcast. I'm very nervous, but
I'll be honest. I think you've done very well. I do. Okay, I'm quite a good judging character on who's. You don't look nervous. That's all. but I've been doing it a long time. Obviously, this is 26th podcast in pest control, but I used to previously do it without me, and more of an audio podcast.
Okay.
And I've done it for years. I've done podcasting since 2020.
All right. Okay.
I used to interview people as well, but it was in the gaming related setting.
All right.
But now it's all on video. So obviously over the years, I've got better and better. Then eventually, it wasn't always the plan. I was like, I'm going to do a pest control podcast.
Yeah.
I had a word with the Beauties and Beasties first to see what they thought about it.
Yeah.
But obviously, I don't want to upset the apple cart, but they were fine with me. I'm not on the same night as them, and I do offer, even though I do interview people, I do come at things at a slightly different angle as well. It's not always the same. So you do learn something. I try and bring a different angle. Yeah, I do with it.
But competition's good, right? If there's two podcasts, you've got two to choose from.
Oh yeah, there's two, but it's like Sean said, it's more the better, help educate people more.
Yeah,
more information, and to be honest, they've been great. And Callum said you've done a great job on the podcast. He must have been watching. He reckons you've done well.
Cheers, Callum. That's very nice of you, mate.
There we go. That's a nice comment for you.
You've done a great job, mate. Did he call me ma'am or man?
Man.
Okay, good. I thought it was ma'am.
No, I took it away too quickly. But thanks for coming on. So
no, thank you, mate. Thank you very much.
It's good to come. It's good to have you on.
Anyone's listened and they kind of like want a friendly chat about maybe that you're worried about going self-employed and you want a bit of advice, I'd be more than happy to talk to anyone and to talk to people about the pros and the cons. If you want to know a bit more about birds of prey, I'm always happy to talk about it. But really, if you want to know the ins and outs, talk to Roxy. She will teach you everything you need to know.
She's probably like, you shouldn't have said that. My DMs might blow up now.
That's all right. I don't mind.
I might have to see if I can get Roxy on the podcast.
Yeah, I think you should, mate. You remember back in the day when they used to do that water bucket challenge and, they throw the water over your head and then you give names? Yeah, well, next time I think you should get Roxy on it.
The water bucket challenge? You mean?
Yeah, but no, not... Well, yeah, you can chuck a bucket of water over if you want, but no, get her on here for the podcast, mate.
Yeah. But no,
get her on for the podcast.
Stay in the future if she wants to. I always like to get different people on, but I never pressure anyone. If someone doesn't want to, I just say I won't be offended. I always tell people I'm not, because it ain't for some people. No,
sure, mate. She'll love it. Get Roxy on here.
Thanks for watching.
Carl. And please, I don't know if you've got Carl coming on, but do talk to Carl.
I'm sure. I don't remember. I'm sure. Did I speak to him?
Yeah.
Is he from? That's it.
Yeah.
He said he'd consider it in the future. I'm sure he did.
Okay, mate.
I can't remember if that was him. I'm sure it was. I'll ask him again at some point.
Right,
have you got anyone you want to come on the podcast?
Nah, just Roxy, mate.
Okay. Fair enough.
Or maybe Callum.
Is he in pest management? No.
Nah, but he's an electrician, mate. And he's a pretty good one, to be fair. But nah, I'm sure he's seen a few rats before.
Well, did you see my electrician mate that tagged me in a post the other day on TikTok?
Nah.
He was up in someone's loft.
Yeah.
He's put it on Instagram. I'll send you it, the video. He found some poo in someone's loft. Big poo.
Nice.
He's like, he sends me poo pictures of rats and all. And he actually put the video on and tagged me. He's like, when you've got a pest control mate that likes seeing turds. I was like, I think it's a cat. And someone's put, I think it's an owl. I was like, I don't know what it is. But he got about 8,000 views on TikTok. It did.
Right. Well, I'll get Callum to start sending me some pictures then.
I'll send you the Instagram post. He's put it on all the platforms now. But he's an electrician. Right. He's got into YouTube now. He's got a YouTube channel. He does all electrical videos and that. He's paid a lot of money. Multi-electrician. He paid the YouTube course. He's trying to grow his business via YouTube as well and content. But yeah, sorry about everyone bringing up turd on the podcast, but there we go. it is rated not for kids anyway. I always rate it not for kids, just in case. But yeah, thanks for coming on. And you will, if you're in the British Pest Register, everyone, you will be able to log your CPD once I've done it, or you can self-register either way. So you're probably looking at an hour, 1 point, and 15 minutes. Yeah, 1 point probably. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. And
cheers, guys.
Next week, let's have a look. I'm gonna tell you who I've got. Always forget. Oh, I got Nathan Clark from Pest Force. He's actually from my area. He runs into my areas as well.
Oh, really?
So yeah, that's a different spin. Having someone that's been fair though. I mean, I had Mark and George on from Pest Force Northampton, and although we're technically not competitors, they do because he does a lot of bee work in our area. I don't do bees, but he is kind of local to me. So I thought different spins, getting more local people on as well, but not everyone wants to come on. But yeah.
Well, yeah, it's fair enough. Yeah. So I appreciate your time, mate. Thank you.
Thanks, Michael, for coming on. And
cheers, Sean. I'll catch up with you soon.
All right, and I'll let you have a good night, and I'll see you. I'll speak to you soon, and I'll see everyone on the next podcast, or if you're listening on demand, give us a review. Spotify review. It would do great. Spotify's our number one platform. Honestly, for downloads, it does really well. But yeah, thanks everyone. I'll have a good night, Michael.
Take care, Sean. Take care.
And you take care. All right, thank you.
See you, mate.